Welcome back, everybody, here to your coverage of the D2CL Season 6. It is the third place match between OG Dota 2 as well as Golden Boys in what is now Game 3. We are 1-1 drawing up the series, forced in basically what is now a best of 3 after OG got, well, their asses handed to them on a golden platter by the boys. We're back here, however, myself, Toby1, taking you through the night, and I'm here with Clairvoyance. Up again, man. What's happening?
Radiant team pick.
Yep, the first two picks on the side of Golden Boys last game getting banned out here by OG, and here we have Slaughter. Will SF and Dazzle be picked this game? Find out in the next coming moments.
Yes. And yes.
Yep.
I don't think there's much like deliberation on that. If Golden Boys do not pick up the SF, you're giving Slaughter as well as SF to OG, even without the Dazzle. Still scary.
5 seconds.
Yeah, they most certainly are. But there is a little bit of hesitation so far. Perhaps they're just thinking about panning out the rest of their draft, or perhaps they're thinking of picking up the Darks here for themselves instead, saying, hey, we see your Slaughter, we want to push in the lanes, we want to deal with a good 3 versus 3 kind of thing. 3 position versus 3 position, I mean. And of course, the next pick is still open. We'll have to see if it is the SF or a Dazzle or something else they have in mind, perhaps something that can add to their aggression.
I'm wondering if they think about the Wyvern.
Yeah, Wyvern's a possibility with Darkseer, always. And then Disruptor, and never mind, it's a Dazzle.
Team pick.
They're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
I was thinking the Wyvern because it's a good combo hero with the Darkseer, and it's one of the heroes which OG play consistently as well. So it saves you from having to ban it in the next phase. And OG decided to mix things up, so
Whoa.
we bring out the Ranger, we bring out the Wind Ranger.
Wow, I'm surprised. Wind Ranger is actually a really good synergy with the Slaughter. Of course, Amp makes it so you don't really need Aghanims to look for a play. And when you do have Aghanims, it still gives you that much more damage, where you don't necessarily need the second item after the Aghs, like an MKV or a crit, to solo kill somebody in like half a second with a shackle shot. But I really thought SF was their go-to. I guess not. I guess with the Slaughter, they prefer the Wind Ranger.
I could.
Dire team.
Either that or they're just trying to keep Golden Boys guessing. You start banding out now, like you take out the Broodmother, you worry about the split push kind of thing, but you don't know exactly where this Wind Ranger is going to end up. Because it could be in the hands of Northal, it could be in the hands of Moon, it could be in the hands of Fly. Yeah. It keeps the options open and Golden Boys guessing.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we're on the sidelines and we're guessing, and we see everything.
Yeah, at this point we actually see as much as the players do.
That's true.
The only thing we don't have is the list of heroes in front of us. So we have to go off our wonderful memories, because our memories are just so good.
I used to want that. I used to like go around asking people if they can request like somehow, like some way to implement. But I've shifted away from that idea. I'm not sure how the spectators feel in general, or the viewers.
What, like?
Yeah, the list of heroes. Kind of like how you would see it when you're actually drafting. I mean, it can't be so, you can't have it so conspicuous and like so in your face kind of thing, because obviously you want to maintain this kind of format where you demonstrate the heroes that are picked and the heroes that are mentioned in the bans in a spectator friendly format.
But what do you want to do? You want to go to the heroes in your kind of way of doing it, where you have like the exact thing that the players are looking at. You have the grid in front, and then you
no, it wouldn't be like
hero,
that.
Cross out hero, pick hero, appears in the sidebar. It's like,
yeah, that's not aesthetic at all. So
no, it is not. No, it is not. At the same time, like we're still using the same animation that we had at TI4.
Yep.
This background smoke animation with the boxes, which still glitches out a lot, and it's very difficult to work overlays into. Our HUDs as well as our HUDs as well as the graph screen is not overlay friendly. Even when you change the position of the teams, like the team names are changed in the middle. Like you remove the bands at the end, so you could actually never get a screenshot of all the bands and all the picks on one page. It doesn't happen.
Right.
The team names change positions. Of course, the boxes on the left that disappear, so if you have an overlay to fit that, then kind of like boost that up as well. So yeah, it would be a lot nicer if the spectator part would be more friendly as well for broadcasters.
Yeah, it's not a world that I'm aware of. The only thing I know about overlays is sometimes it stays on for 2 more minutes than it should. And then
Unless you're Malini, at which point it's 6 minutes.
I see. That's great.
We've all done it. We've all done it. At some point or another, you're just like, you know what? You forget to check your overlays. You forget to make sure that's up and running.
You just gotta let it go, man. You only live once. And Silencer, Toby, is not the hero I had in mind for these guerrilla tactic hit and run type of heroes who can snipe you if the lane is not pushed in. But hey, it is a single target hero. It is a solo hero-centric hero in a sense that he's all about himself, kind of. He's like limited to his devices of his movements. Bane is another example.
You actually
and Bane is also not a hero I would pick into Silencer.
No, but you'll never get a Fiend's grip off.
Yeah, it's weird to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird to say the least. That's the only thing I have about this.
And
I think
even then, like even if you don't have global science, now you get a bounty hunter running around. You'll throw a shuriken toss into the back of the Bane to ensure killing him that way. OG really need to win their laning phase. Oh, they're going to be in a lot of trouble because Silence is going to start stealing the intelligence as well from OG. The global silence will probably dictate most of the fights. The only thing which I feel is off for OG is their follow-up damage. This has to be a core silencer. It's like support bounty hunter, like maybe a silencer mid, and then find some really good damage.
Yes, I will.
I
wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt the Silencer mid. Silencer mid is actually really strong against Wind Ranger, because Silencer is just one of those heroes at mid you cannot fight against. Like whatever trade you have with a Silencer, you will lose. And then on top of that, you add a Bounty Hunter into this game, and that gets exacerbated in terms of a problem. But there is a Bane that I think if they pick this hero so fast right away, it's definitely for the lane guarantee and the lane security in his fast movement speed, his tankiness, and his ability to trade overall, enfeeble, whatnot. And I don't know how much it'll salvage the Bounty Hunter movements. I'm kind of doubtful, to be honest. But at the very least, they have some tanky heroes or some hard to kill heroes. And they have 2 more picks as well to add on to that.
So, how do you do this, Fly? For your combos, you know what I should love to see him just get is actually no, they can't run that off laner.
You know, I thought Undying would be really good this game, but I mean, they already picked Bane, and they have a Slaughter as well. So I'm pretty sure they'd be reluctant to run something like that. Again, it's like the second pick Wind Ranger. It's a great hero, very overall strong hero as well. But I don't know. There was an SF in the pool, and I know it's kind of scary running into Bounty Hunter. But see, with this Wind Ranger and Bane pick, and now the Night Stalker pick, their heroes, like as you mentioned, they have to do well in their lanes.
Yeah.
And against Golden Boy's lineup, like there's only a degree of there's only so much winning in the lanes you can do against Golden Boy's lineup, because this lineup is like designed for snowballing and like designed for winning the lanes.
Yeah.
So it's
OG need a way to keep him out and keep him.
Yeah,
at bay.
exactly.
5 seconds remaining.
The quick answer I was going to have is just go with something like an aggro trial lane, but that's not really going to function for them.
I think it's possible, but it's not optimal. That's for sure.
No.
If Golden Boys adapt a la Secret, like Secret style, they would just have the Bounty Hunter rotate in, and then when the fight breaks out, Bounty Hunter is the one that initiates, so they'll be able to burst out somebody with that Bounty Hunter and Dazzle, heal.
You could also go Team Empire kind of style, where you run the Silencer as a safe laner. Or I should say more Illidan style. You do that.
Yeah. He's like the trademark Silencer safely. Yeah. That stuff should never work, honestly. If anything, I think this should be a mid Silencer, but it could be safely. The Russians do like to run that.
It shouldn't work. It just shouldn't. Works, but it shouldn't work.
Yeah, I mean, it really shouldn't, right? Because at the end of the day, you pull all this net worth to this hero that can't push, and when you get picked off once, and people will make mistakes, you know, Dota, like most of the game, you're playing against the fog. You don't know what the enemy's doing. You get picked off with a net worth advantage, and then you just lose. Because you can't push towers, you can't farm creep waves, you can't get objectives. So no matter how many kills you get, you can't threaten the enemy throne, you're gonna just eventually crumble. Silencer, I think, is like a very prime example of that type of carry.
Okay, so Golden Boys are gonna go for a
Nice.
Lycan.
Nice. Not my favorite against Wind Ranger.
Not my
Simply
favorite
because
against Bane either, but hey,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, like-
so who cares?
You know, I don't think OG is gonna do it, but it's one of those games where you look at it and say, hey, offlane Enchantress is really good here.
Yeah.
Don't know about Slark.
We get the 3. Well, actually, I should say that's a support Night Stalker.
Yeah.
Unless they're gonna run a support starter.
It's gonna be a mid Wind Ranger versus a mid Silencer. If there is no interruptions, and I'm sure there will be, but you just watch this matchup carefully. Like the Silencer is really good against the Wind Ranger at mid. Really, really good.
I want to check it out.
Yeah.
See how or who wins it. You say Silencer is going to win it hands down?
Yeah, I think it's a very convincing victory for Silencer.
Huh?
But again, there's a lot of factors in Dota, a lot of interruptions expected from both Bounty Hunter as well as the Bane. Possibly Fly on the Night Stalker coming in for casual void. Story itself.
Let the games begin. We'll get ourselves underway. 1-1 is the score on the board. Looking to see who can take the third position in the D2CL, take a little bit of the Mulan, as well as get themselves onto that imaginary podium, which we will make virtually in our minds.
So I've been noticing Moon does this every game, where he just learns sprint right away. Not only to leave base faster, but I think it helps him escape some early game engagements. And I guess he doesn't really feel the need for the stun early. It lets him do stuff like this. Like he just arrived in a time that he shouldn't, and the enemy's gonna wonder like what the hell happened. But I think they might have scouted out the sprint as well, and definitely that changes the how the matchup is played.
I'm not quite certain why. Because GB says good luck, have fun at NA Dota.
30 seconds to.
It's been a hot point of contention of late.
It's NA Dota, man. It's always gonna be like that. At one point or another.
The funny thing with all that discussion that was going on, I still remember what happened with Newbie, and with LGD, and how when Zhao Wei then became part of Newbie, that none of the other Chinese teams would actually scrim them or be involved.
Oh, you mean
with
DK,
them.
right?
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. I think there's a slight misconception with that DK thing. If I recall correctly, the reason why DK was not getting scrimmed is because the Chinese teams started talking amongst themselves, saying like, "Wait, these guys don't try and scrims. Like they just keep hiding their picks."
Yeah.
And it's somewhat frustrating too, because you're practicing, so you want a degree of seriousness to be expected. And of course, teams want to hide their picks. But it almost seemed like DK just picked like 5 different heroes every single game.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, the sentry deny.
Yeah, and they're gonna get the obs as well.
Yeah. Oh, you should. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They actually placed the obs right next to the sentry?
There was sentry here, obs here.
Against the bounty hunter. That's suicidal.
They're going after Thug, however. And, Crit's in trouble. Those glaives, they're just hurting so much. No tell with the wind run, he's able to get a revenge kill. So a support for a core, but the bounty hunter's going to get a huge injection. The shackle goes to work. And a salvo for the Wind Ranger. He can turn and fight in this one. There's no invis. The attack is enough to hit. And that's going to be 2 kills coming the way of No Tail. All worth giving up the first blood for.
Yeah, that's a really, really big play by No Tail there. Skilling the shackle just on that moment and having it latch, of course. Baiting the bounty hunter in with a salve. Really, really well played. But I'm not sure how much it's going to mean, to be honest. Actually, he does have his bottle, so it meant a lot. That silencer difference, man. I'm telling you. Even if whether you know the bounty hunter's here or not. Oh, No Tail might be dead. It doesn't have mana. Yeah,
and he's dead. So Silencer
That's the
finally
problem.
gets himself +2 on the intel. While on bottom lane, Kaiser is getting beaten down, just crushed up by Slada. Not literally, because he doesn't have the mana for that one. Just tries to bash him out, and now it's maybe next time's turn. Club him with your scepter.
Wow, he's doing a really good job in this offlane, starting with boots and level 1 sprint.
He had a consumables, however, which is a bit problem.
Yeah, I think he'll heal fast enough. He has a lot of movement speed to just return, and he picked up a Ring of Regen, and he also sees the regen rune at bottom as well. So what I imagine here is that he's going to push out the lane here and just go for it right away until maybe next time discovers it, and then it's really maybe next time.
Then again, Sparta, crush bottom lane. Speeding into Kaiser, looking for a little bit more damage, and he can't come underneath the tower, not while he sprints up. He'll end up just dying.
I steal from the slow.
Slaughter, man, this hero, it's ridiculous. Look at this guy, 6 armor with boots. Ugh, it's a nightmare playing against hero.
It's a wonderful hero.
Every single
for these early points up in sprint, like you don't care about the amplification of damage on you.
Every single game, the Slaughter, Doombringer, Wind Ranger, every game. Actually, tune into mid though. No-Tail Dota, it's kind of like a pretty bad death for him to have in general, because it hurt him a lot when he died to the bounty and the silencer. But look at this, like the Windrunner, you can't lane against silencer with Wind Ranger, because the last word, it functions like a Queen of Pain Shadow Strike. And most heroes, when you get Shadow Strike, you have to back. The thing with Quap versus Wind Ranger though is that Wind Ranger has a range advantage. Against silencer, he doesn't. And silencer also hits right clicks harder because he has glaives. So even when you wind run like this, he has to run, because if he just walks up like this, if he last words here, he might just die. Yeah, one more hit and he would have last worded and he would have died. You get my point. Like,
yeah.
You can't trade against the silencer. It's impossible.
So what else do? You just sit back and farm from range?
Yeah, what you need is a hero like Shadow Fiend that can just farm the woods and then scale better. And in my head, Wind Ranger is not that hero this game. It might be with the Slaughter, but it's like the laning wise, it's not going to go well.
You're asking your hero to scale better when you also have the ability just to pop off that Howl too, so everyone gets even more damage. Talk about your scale increase, Thug. He's going to go for the glaive attack and does actually get the last hit. That's
Nice.
now more intelligence stolen. He's up to +4. Always up keeping tabs on that. Another change which is meant to be coming. I was promised that it would be possible at some point that you'll actually have negative. Like you'll actually have like a debuff on a hero, which shows how much intelligence they've lost.
Ah, so it shows how stupid you are. Yeah. Nice. I've always wanted to know.
Just has your MMR sitting above your head. It's walking around with a big number.
Yep.
It's like the dunce hat. The person with the lowest MMR in the game has to wear a dunce hat.
That's mean. We shouldn't devalue people by their MMRs.
You're right. Because then I'll be wearing a dunce. I tried to play with Sing Sing the other night and they're like a 5.2k MMR game. I'm like, no! Let me out of this.
Ah, your MMR must be too high for that. The dog's about to go down.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. It's actually quite tanky, and with the one charge, the Shackle's gonna latch.
Oh
the
my
Grave
goodness.
for maybe next time. They actually turn the kill around, killing off the Night Stalker. The power shot's gonna miss. It's nighttime as well, so the vision is so restricted. The Wind Ranger didn't see enough to go to work, and maybe next time just like the last one as well. No-Tail just gets harassed out of the lane.
You know, maybe next time his name applies to like every scenario that just happened. It's like the super cocky name. This silencer is going hard. He recognized the kill and he's gonna get it. Oh my gosh, he screwed up.
But he'll still claim it.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. He got so much more return gold than that.
426?
Yeah, versus the 200 from No-Tail. I'm not sure how that's
not right. Like, well, the team.
Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Like,
right.
Yeah, there's no way this is correct. Like, there's no way this is right. It doesn't make any sense. But he screwed that kill up, because he screwed up his attack animation using the last word instead of the other glaives of wisdom. And then, because he missed the glaive tick, he actually killed before he got the kill. And of course, the last word finished him off, but he would have just had to kill otherwise.
Coming forward, Thug, the Shackle won't be able to latch. The Bounty's here with a double damage route, so he might cause a lot of problems. And they're looking to two different heroes. In fact, if Thug attacked then into the Slaughter, they might have had a bad chance of killing him off right now.
Oh, he's turning. Oh, NA Dota defector. Why didn't you keep running?
As he chases the moon.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, how's the Lycan doing? He's level 6. He's 7 minutes in with 4 treads. He's got the highest CS on the board right now. The highest net worth on the board, however, belongs to Silencer at 3.6k. The Wind Range is another 200 in front of the Lycan.
Yeah, I seriously don't understand that. So I'm pretty baffled by it. The fact that he got 426 and the Wind Ranger got 190, and the Silencer is higher net worth. Like, I don't know, man. It's I need to.
Dota, please.
No, this is actually like it's just straight up incorrect. Something's wrong with it, I think.
Okay. The numbers are
Oh,
wrong.
nice shackle.
Yeah, but Thug's got a little bit of help. The bounty hunter's coming in from behind. There goes your crush right now, and in comes Lycan as well. The wolves are out. They want to try and kill off Moon before he can finish off Thug. He's able to do so, and you still got Windranger chasing it down. He'll find the kill, but No-Tail's committed so heavily for this that he's still going to end up dying. Dazzle died in the bottom lane while all that was going on. You've just lost your Slaughter as well as your Windranger. Yes, you took the Silencer, but he continues to take Intelligence, and then Kaiser's first rotation gets him a kill. And a bounty rune, so he's actually going to become the second highest net worth on the field.
You know what? You have a very good point there, actually. He's stolen 10 intelligence this game so far.
Middle tower is under
So
attack.
what's counter, man?
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower.
There are games where I've seen this counter go to 46, like 50, something like that.
Something tells me in this game it might be going a little higher than that.
It might be, actually.
It's such a run-at-you style lineup, and they're coming again. In comes Moon, the bounty's killed off the Slark, and, well, that middle lane, Moon is not dealing with this too well, and Thug, okay, he's getting in trouble. He's actually boarded up the double crush. That's doing the work. The Lycan Wolves are down. Can he actually get the kill on Moon? He can before he dies.
Yeah, he stole it.
Yeah, now Kaiser, he needs more help, and he's got it. The bounty hunter's arriving. The tracker's also coming into play. Kaiser using the wolves having the wolves used against him. Fly's also got that urn charge ticking him down.
Oh,
and
he needs
Kaiser's
to
got no way to survive this. The urn is going to tick him out. Back behind the tower, 9 life, 10 life. Not enough. Ends up going down negative.
Oh, you know, if he TP'd right away, I think he would have made it. Not right away as in like to let the Night Stalker hit him, but right away after he realized the NS was no longer chasing. But Miracle gets that bounty hunter kill. I'm not sure if it was like a sentry or if the bounty just didn't happen well.
He just didn't have Invis. He was running away, and the Slark TP'd in, just like pounced and Dark Pack.
That's a pretty good kill. I think it actually hurts Slurk to do that kind of thing, but if he didn't miss a creep wave, then it's fine. Either way, he's got a Aquila and Quelling Blade, and we haven't touched upon this guy much, but he's going to be able to farm the woods fast now because he has the level 4 Dark Pact available to him.
Under attack.
Guys,
Smoke.
GB. Yeah, they're 4-man smoking before the 10-minute mark in the mid lane. Now,
Oh
Kai's
my
going
gosh,
to reveal himself, and well, that was the shortest smoke in history.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were trying to accomplish there. They're literally like running at the tower, walking up the hill. They have no
wanted to pick
disables.
and then take the tower. Like, that had to be the goal right there, at least the mindset. But they didn't have any jump initiation, so
Yeah, how did they get a pick in that scenario? I don't understand.
closing the distance, I mean, like, yet,
Running in with a silencer and Lycan with no wolf form.
don't know.
That's not closing any distance, Toby.
No, it does not. Well, it closes the distance, just not the way we're thinking about it.
Yeah, not the initiation type.
Yeah, but still, there's a lot of tracks. It's like they're just trying to force the fight instead. Like, you're running in, they see everything. The shackles are gonna miss.
Tower is under attack.
But it's Skylark, Kaiser's amplified up, Thug's amplified up, there's still tracks everywhere, and the Bounty Hunter, he's just sitting on the edge. The Lycan will take out the tower. And what's happening in return? Crit's finding experience in the bottom lane, so is Night Stalker. They still wanted to get this fight, but OG are denying them at every turn.
Radiant's top
Yeah, there's so many heroes on the side of GB just sitting at mid. It's super inefficient for them, and we have a Night Stalker. You mentioned him just being at bottom while Crit is getting EXP. This Night Stalker, Toby, he's level 8. This is a support Night Stalker. He's like one of the highest levels in the game.
Good.
Yeah, it's the product of fights. Like, you just participate in a fight and you get the solo EXP for a carry dying, like the Lycan. It's like a free level 4 support.
But it's fine for OG that it turns out this way, because the Slaughter, like I mentioned him during the draft, that he could actually be put into that support role. So giving him the early off lane. He's died 3 times. Whoops.
Oops. Oops.
and then you just have Night Stalker, who's 3 for 1. Like, you understand he is the stronger hero right now. You just push Fly into a core role, and Fly is more than capable of running that role.
I mean, it's just the heroes like Night Stalker and Slaughter. They're just bruiser type of heroes that just like fighting. So you kind of just go wherever you need to. I think both players have been adapting fairly well. So it is nighttime. Things get a little bit more scary, but they do have a bounty hunter and they have wolves scouting, so they have that going for them.
Gonna have a little bit of a peek on bottom lane. The wolves can scout, but they're forcing out that bottom tier 1 tower. This is the point when Night Stalker wants to fight. Like, he picks up a TP. Actually, he can't. Can't TP down for 36 seconds. If GB realized this, they could push this lane a little bit quicker, and then just like take out the tower before OG can respond. Slana moves over, he takes a little bit of Iron Shell damage, and instantly triggers Dust. They find Skylark with a crush and crit. Well, there's the Nightmare. Hold Skylark in position. The Shackle will follow up with a power shot as well. Skylark, he can't get... Actually, he can. He'll get the mech off. Back up. Does he get the wall off too? The Shallow Grave will buy him the space. And he'll back up while the Wolves like him. They're going in deep. The power shot, a little bit off target there from Notel. So it can't get the pick on Skylark. But they take 2 hero kills, and now the tier 1 tower. Top might have been pushed. A tier 1 tower might be lost for GB, but this is the dream for... This is the dream for GB. Track kills, plus experience, plus towers.
Yeah, after a double Slithering Crush, like a max duration Shackle and Brain Sap and all these things with Amp, the targets that I expected to die in that engagement were definitely not the Windrunner and the Slaughter. This Darkseer, with the mech he was able to get off, he survived, and the Dazzle Grave, he survived with the heal. And honestly, you pointed it out quite nicely, man. Like, when Fly TP top, whatever aggression they had at bottom, it was like limited to such an extent that without Slark and the Night Stalker, they actually can't fight against the 5-man. So it's just Dota being Dota again. Like, you have to play by the intel of what you have and what the enemy has. And unfortunately for OG, they suffered because they didn't adapt to the fact that this high-level Night Stalker, that's their vision, that's their initiation. So long as the Slaughter doesn't have Blink, of course, didn't give what he needed to give in that fight.
I'm wondering when they can counter-attack as well. But this bounty's giving him the vision, so they understand that Miracle is here, but Thug, well, I suppose he could start with the last word. And they are moving up. There's no Dire Rooms Overlord seeing this, and Miracle, well, he's gonna get rid of that track so easily. I guess kind of futile to throw out something like that. Not so futile to fight this Skylark. The Shackle, it didn't land, so he'll get the mech off pretty damn quickly. And again, the Shallow Grave supporting them up. The Slark is on the front lines, but with the Global Suns making it difficult for OG to initiate Skylark, he's just so low. The Dazzle Heal will keep him up, however, so the Earn Charge can't do his work, but Thug dying to Fly, actually dying to the Wind Ranger right in front of Fly. Miracle's looking for more. Skylark hoping to be denied up. He'll throw down the wall, and Miracle, he's able to pounce himself away to safety. Another kill coming in for No Tail. And OG, they're on the rampage. They managed to take out 3 heroes in very quick succession.
If there's anything that really worries me about GB's lineup throughout the rest of the game here on forward, is that they have no stuns. Again, like the smoke we saw earlier, that was kind of comical in the sense that they walked right into the tower and didn't do anything. But that's basically how I expect all their smoke ganks to go this game. They have to smoke into the fog and into the dark because they're dealing with darkness from the Night Stalker, but they also have to deal with a lot of stuns and a lot of potential turnaround situations from Shackle, from Void, Bane, Slaughter, and Slaughter just being Slark being a very slippery fish to catch, especially without stuns. They had the lane set up correctly, but again, they're lacking stuns. They just have no stuns to start the fights.
Need something.
Yeah. No disables whatsoever. They really need at least this Rod of Ados coming out of Thugs, but even then, it's not a hard lockdown. We don't know what's going to happen. They might just get baited into a turnaround situation.
Possible. So the team can get strong enough that even if they do get turned around on, they can just fight. The Dazzle's been doing a hell of a lot of work, making it difficult. Even like OG, they got themselves these stuns, they got themselves the control like we saw in the bottom lane. But you don't really get kills from this.
Right.
Okay, if this courier dies, it shouldn't. If they knew the wolves are here, but it's got the Shadow Blade for Miracle on it, and he cannot afford to lose that. But he's farming right underneath the Radiant Observer too. Say goodbye to that as well. That's a sentry from Crit. Perfect positioning.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are
So
fortified.
tier 1 tower trade-off. Wind Ranger with the earlier bonus damage by picking up that Maelstrom.
Dire's top tower
So
is
No Tail able to
Dire's
take it out,
top
and Lycan
tower
will take out the top tower. Lycan as well, already finished with Vladimir's offering. He wants these towers down so he can finish up the Necro books. Because then you've got more vision control, Miracle. Pounces himself away. Got his death pack back up, but then again, he's silenced for the moment. Okay, he's broken free. 2 seconds
he's got
until
ultimate,
he can do it
though.
again. Yeah, that ulti will probably be enough.
Radiant's
Runs
bottom
out.
tower is under attack.
Guys, it can't go any further than this. They can just push it to the tier 2 tower instead. Fortification's even going to slow that down.
Is under attack.
Very typical trade. Tier 2 for Roshan for the Dire side. Something we used to see at TI very often, TI4 especially, when Roshan was a very coveted objective. 10 minutes into the game for the Dire side,
Dire's top tower
and
is
I would expect the aggression to halt to an extent. Maybe Golden Boys might say we have global, we have whatever, we can just keep fighting into that.
Sean
Yeah.
has fallen to the
I mean, looking at their positioning, it definitely looks like that's what they want to do.
If they could get the kill on Miracle, I could understand it, but they can't keep track up, and they just like miswarded. They threw down 2 observer wards on this top lane.
Nice.
So vision crippled once again. It was OG who did it in the previous game.
Oh, did they have a scenario where they double warded?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
Might have actually been in the first series.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Just sucks when it happens, of course, because you have to double press or double tap your wards. Sometimes you don't get it off. A nice change, nevertheless. Support life has never been this easy, or never been this convenient, I should say. They really buffed up a lot of quality of life changes for the supports.
Items to buy, they've got slots to use. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
what
It's so good.
is this?
TP scrolls are 75, so when your mid laner dies in a pub 30 seconds into the game and asks for a TP, you can accommodate that.
Yep.
Yep.
You're happy to do that as well, which makes everyone happy, which makes Dota happier.
Well, I don't know about. I haven't seen much happiness going around in these pubs, but you might have a different story in Europe.
No, not really.
No, it's a depressing experience for everybody.
It kind of is. Like, but that's the reason why custom games are a good thing.
Yeah.
You play a couple.
That's what makes the experience.
Too, and then it's like, you know what? Let's roll up the spin TD. A little bit of blood tournament.
Oh man, I've been out of tune with the custom games until they get the full-fledged games. Like you know what I'm waiting for? Do you remember Impossible Bosses?
That's already there.
Oh no, like not
But
the version they have now.
Not like the impossible bosses that were in Warcraft.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Like the nice aesthetics,
Jump in,
nice
blink,
mechanics.
Crush, able to catch out too. Crit with a little bit of extra brain sap. Hurting Lycan quite heavily, and Thug shackled up. They can't get this global silence off. Skylark trying to buy a little bit of space here. They get the Shallow Grave as well as the global silence off. Her Miracle already with that Dark Pact. He's just running himself around. Sorry, Death Pact. Just going ham. The Shadow Dance. I finally find the ability. Lycan shackled up towards a tree. They've already lost their silencer, and Kaiser needs to do more damage. But maybe next time, well, he was controlled for a short period of time. But the crush, it kicks in. Fly might be down for the count at the hands of the Bounty Hunter, but GB are about to lose a hell of a lot more. The Bounty gets mopped up by Miracle. This Slark just freely moving wherever he wants to. Once that Shadow Dance kicks off, Global Silence can't control him, and GB lose the fight.
Yeah. Again, it's just a product of having no stuns. You can pick your silencer mid, you can pick Lycan into like 10 stuns and a Windrunner. You have to snowball every lane, and you have to not make a single mistake. And that kind of Dota is like very idealistic, and a lot of times, to be honest, it's not possible. This game, it's I don't know. I don't know what their winning condition is. They just don't have the stuns. They can't take any of these fights into vision because they can't initiate. And unless Darkseer gets like a 5-man backing wall, and even then, I wonder what they can do against the Slaughter.
It's like the only option they have is to try and just push.
Yeah, just 5-man, just like keep going in.
Like,
yeah,
like win with this Lycan, like high level Necro book if they can get to, but he's still sitting at level 1 on the Necro book. And the Slark's about to make life even harder. Like he's got S and Y, Shadow Blade. The Slaughter working his way into a 4-star as well. They got ways in and out. Chris taking away all their vision. They jump in once again, so maybe next time we'll die this time.
Oh, Slaughter, man. It's just blink RP every 8 seconds.
Radiant's top tower is under
Too easy.
attack.
Great hero.
Is also in 30 gold. Completed his Aghanim Scepter. So even the run at you kind of style is not going to work because OG will see it coming. Bounty working into. Is this a Lotus Orb?
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, most likely to remove the debuffs that are coming out. The Crippling Fear, Slaughter Amp because it doesn't remove stuns, of course. But yeah, at this point we see this Wind Ranger kind of outscaling everybody. You know, I said the Silencer will beat the Wind Ranger in lane, but
Tower is under attack.
when you have this scenario happen where you just lose the towers and then you lose Roshan, you can no longer fight against these heroes coming out of OG. The Night Stalker, the Slaughter, way too strong for this game.
Radiant's middle tower is
It also
under
helped the fact
attack.
that Notal got a double kill early on.
Oh yeah, that was a real sweet play. The skilling the shackle as he got level 2 from the kill, shackling up the bounty. That's a highlight reel play right there.
Has fallen.
Really nice. He went for treads as well. I haven't seen this on Wind Rangers in like over a year, since the Dota 1 days actually.
Well, normally it's like it's the phase boost, right?
Yeah,
It's
because
the
you don't really need attack speed coming on the hero.
Yeah.
But it's not bad though. I gotta say, when you go for Maelstrom especially, you want to hit creeps and neutrals more, and treads always helps that. Treads can never be a bad item on any hero, I don't think. Just by the nature of the item, by the design, it's...
There's only one hero I can think of which it would be bad on.
What's the hero?
Tinker.
Ah, good one, Toby.
That would be the only hero.
Yeah. You are right. You are right. And I just checked. This Night Stalker, he didn't go Midas, but at 23 minutes on support, he's level 11, which is where he wants to be, of course, aside from level 16. And he has Aghanims already. So yeah, all the conditions for an OG victory are met. They just have to take one more fight to do it. And I think the fight is going to happen soon, because I think Golden Boys realize this too. They say,
Well,
listen, the longer
GB's
this
trying to
game goes
force the
on.
fight, but on
Yeah,
their
yeah, they
terms.
have to.
So
Yeah.
they smoke up and try and look for it.
If this game goes on for any longer, yeah, it's not gonna work. And the Silencer's in position for a nice global. He has the Ados, but again, the vision advantage at nighttime for a Slark and Night Stalker. Oh, and the weave comes out.
Position. That weave does come out, but it's pretty early on. The damage can still be done. The global silence will kick in with Scarlet getting a good wall off. Crit will die the Necro units as well as wolves at the same time. But global silence now is over, and this is the time where OG try and run forward. That bounty hunter, he's still amplified up, but Kaiser, he's doing serious lifting at the moment. So of course we have to keep our eyes on that Slark. He's already managed to find 2 kills of his own. So it's a 2-for-2 trade-off. That's the big fight GB was meant to be trying to force.
It might be 3-for-2. There's an amp on the bounty hunter, and you cannot remove
It's
it.
going to wear off in 1 second. He's got to get a secondary one up, and there it is. So with the pounds forward,
Holy
they take the
smokes.
kill.
Yep. It's for 50 AGI stolen by the Slark, so he does 250 damage almost, and then with the amp, a very clean, easy sweep. 3 kills going for Miracle in that fight, all by him. And you can see his gold now, just jumping up way above the Lycan.
I'm wondering if it's worthwhile going for a Silver Edge up against the Lycan. Just removing that Feral Impulse. It's the only thing you'd remove on the field. Like, you remove Nada, it doesn't work that way, I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, it's Silver Edge is definitely an item that you can get in a lot more instances than just say like facing a PA or Bristleback. But in terms of Slark, it's not an efficient item for Slark. I think Shadowblade does more than enough, and most of the time Slark just really wants his Scotty. I think.
Fly. Real trouble, copying a big shadow wave, and then a 3-man crush. He just blinks and sprints into it. Miracle wants to come and be part of this as well. The Necrounus will see him out, but Thug, he's the main man being attacked. They have no global silence for this. Fly will end up dying. Rod of Atos ensures the slow on him. And Golden Boys, they're just trying to search for anyone. They're running around. The second they see someone, they just charge at him.
You know, I'm very surprised Miracle didn't commit for that silencer when he went on him. I think he would have gone the kill and gotten out too with the ultimate, but he decided to say otherwise, saying this is a lost fight. Lycan popped everything, so we should just wait a minute later. And that is honestly, it's a different type of heads-up play that a lot of people don't have. A type of patience, really.
The Shackle won't latch. Wind Ranger already forced a wind run out. Like is taking out the tower, but Blink, Crush, 3-man Miracle start this one with the leash, but can he finish it up? They've already taken out the Silencer, and with the Fiend's Grip, the Dazzle, he can't Shallow Grave up anyone. They want Kaiser without his ultimate. They got a good chance, but the Shackle can't latch from Notal. They have to run forward. The leash. Is Miracle in range? No, he is not. He'll go for the Dark Pact and chase after Kaiser. The Crush while baiting it out twice and ends up not even using it at the end of the day. 3 heroes lost for the Golden Boys. And he's just walking around wondering what he does. Skylark as well, wondering what the hell he does from here. He's dead. He's actually just dead.
Is under
Your
attack.
body was a cage.
Yeah.
I just let you free.
It's rough, man. You know, Bounty Hunter. This hero in the past used to be with the vision. You used to be able to kind of not do that well in the early game, and then you would get track up, and then you would give vision to everybody, and then you would start winning fights because of that vision, and then the track will paladin. Now, if you lose the early game with Bounty Hunter, I don't know how you win. You have like an invis melee creep running around the map, and the only other scenario that I see where the bounty hunter becomes useful is when you somehow find like 3 or 4 tracks in the fight, and then throw a massive shuriken toss that just drops everybody's life points like a Zeus ultimate, and that can change the tides of the fight as well. So the nerf really limited his ability to come back as he used to be able to in the previous patch.
It's kind of difficult to keep the tracks up the entire time too.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. You're right.
There's so much that dispels the tracks. So, like a team, they played with Legion Commander just to make sure the bounty hunter couldn't do jack. It's just like, press the attack. Oh.
Yeah.
What can you do? Like, maybe if you made it a little bit hard, like you gotta defusal it off or something like that, but...
Yeah, pretty much. And I do want to say I'm a little surprised that none of the other teams are trying to experiment with Abaddon. It's like a really good pick against these Wind Ranger, Slaughter type of heroes, because when they go in... Pardon me?
Wait for EG at the major. They just.
Oh yeah. I'm sure. Yeah.
They feel confident. That probably means that PPD's got himself an Abaddon draft up his sleeve somewhere.
Yeah, Abaddon tree. Like this meta is very reliant on like the initiations, and that's why the offlane is so big, and all these bruiser heroes are coming to play with Night Stalkers, Slaughters, Windrunner, which is an opportunist kind of thing. Kind of doesn't lose mid most of the time.
It's also the ability to enable. Like, to enable these initiators. Like, we're talking about Abaddon, like, you can look at heroes like Dazzle. Like, we're not looking at these guys being initiators as such, but what they do is they give a license to Slaughter or Night Stalker just to go ham. Now,
Exactly.
OG just smoked on top of the Radiant Observer. Well, they know they're in Roshan.
Yep.
Flies at an intercept up the crush. Only hits on the Darkseer. The Weavers are going to be nice to give them armor, but Thug is just getting ripped apart. The back wall kicks in, and there goes No Tail. He thought he was good, but now he's in trouble. The Shallow Grave is the Shallow Grave is out. The Global Silence is out, and Kaiser controlled for the moment. Something else that's actually just going to kill off Crit. The Ghost Ever tries to protect him, but the Shuriken Toss does finish the job. The Blink Crush, Dazzle at least being 3-manned inside the Radiant jungle. Have they got another son over on Skylark? No, they don't. Everyone's going to try and retreat back out again. It should be able to lash the tree. He's moving
it's gonna
up
latch
far enough
right
he won't
there.
get hit.
Boom.
But middle lane is where they're going to find the kill. It's over on Kaiser. A triple kill kicking in now for Miracle. He had a Skadi at the start of that fight. Only just freshly purchased, now he's already up to another 1,300 gold, and Roshan's still alive for the taking.
Yeah. That fight, it seemed kind of good for Golden Boys because they were clumped, and OG kind of ran into the clump. But again, like it's so hard to make that work.
Goodbye, Bounty Hunter. It was really nice knowing you. Attempted TP, but not before Fly had already used his stun, so easy cancel.
And now the Roshan. No Tail's already begun soloing it, and when the amp comes in, it'll die that much faster.
-9. Not a good day to be Roshan.
It's not a good patch to be Roshan.
It really is too easy to kill him. And they made him stronger. Like, they tried to make him stronger. Miracle's on the hunt again. Gonna find maybe next time. Like, force out the Shallow Grave, or can he respond in time? Yeah, he can, and then just TP. But Miracle will keep stealing the essence. Got plus 63 agility because of that stolen essence.
This Dazzle, he's at 644 life points. It's like he's like level 1. He just started the game on a Spirit Breaker or something. Oh dear.
Life is difficult.
It is. It is.
Amazing how long that stays as well.
Radiant's
2 minutes, man.
is under attack.
You actually start so weak. Miracle, okay, he just pounces up. He Shadow Blades. He's inside the base, and all he's
And
waiting
he's going
for-
in.
Oh, the double crush! Skylark! He blinked himself backwards into the crush, which finds the kill. Now the amplifier over on Thug. You can frickin' go for Skylark
you're not
all
winning
you
it.
want. That Slark is 75 intelligence stolen. They can find the kill on Crit, but you're committing Wolf Form, Necro units,
Radiant's bottom
try and get
tower
a kill
is under
over on a Bane. Like, and he's nightmaring and wasting your time. And Chris just like, why? Why? Why do you kill me? Your entire world is dying. Your team is dying. Yet you fight
Radiant's
Bane.
bottom tower has fallen.
They're just getting what they can, man, because they're not gonna fight the Slark.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah, that was a buyback from Dazzle, so they're not holding anything anymore. And yeah,
GG.
Toby, Slark is a very strong late game hero for sure, but
victory.
trap's been set as soon as he pounced into the base.
Eva, When there's no silencers, there's no disables, there's no stuns.
Yeah. It's like watching Cloud9 at TI5. They have like no stuns. Oh goodness.
Oh, considering you used to be their coach as well. Oh.
I was there for that time.
Yeah, you were there for TI5. No, but you were there for Jackie before that time.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
I'm still there for him now.
good boy.
In spirit. Yeah,
Nice.
he's my.
Just give him your energy. That's the reason why he's won more LAN events.
Yeah,
in
he
Team
somehow
Secret
takes
than he's
everybody's
won in
energy.
Any other team.
Yeah. He's a good player, man. No matter what he does, at the end of the day, he will always be a good player.
Let's go to a break. We'll leave everyone to think about Jackie, and we'll be back after this break to see what's going to happen. As OG can take out the third place matchup 3-1 after what has been a bit of a disappointing night where they've lost 3 out of their games so far. Let's see how they go. We'll be back.